There's no way to explain what it feels like to get across a hurdle that you fundamentally don't believe you're capable of achieving, you know, and when you do, you kind of realize how surprised you are that you just accomplished it. So my first feeling was just sheer shock that it was really over. I mean, somehow I had this feeling like maybe I have to win 8 matches to win and not 7. But no, 7 and it's over, and I'll never have to, you know, not know what it's like to win here at Roland Garros. So once the shock kind of settles in, then just the emotions come. So when it was over, it was a feeling of joy, a feeling of pride, and a feeling of sharing. When I won here in 1999, it was probably the most least likely year for me to have won it. You know, I was in the finals back in 1990, 1991, favored, you know, to win both finals. And then in 1999, I'm 29 years old. 2 years earlier, I'd fallen from number 1 in the world to number 140 in the world, and I climbed all the way back up again. But still, at this time, clay was very difficult for me, and almost didn't play the tournament because of a shoulder issue I was having, and my coach talked me into playing. I had a tough draw early. I got through some tough matches and found myself in the finals, you know, again favored really in the finals. So the pressure of winning this tournament was much greater for me in '99 because I had already won the other ones, and it was the last one for me, and I kind of knew I would never have a chance to do it again.
At that time I was frustrated because I lost a lot of matches, but more than that, for 3 months my right wrist were hurting me. And I remember that the deadline for French Open was in Barcelona, and I was ranked 100 or something like this. And one of the last players who got into the main draw was myself, and I was happy about that because Roland Garros is my favorite tournament by far. By far, it's the air, it's the oxygen or something like this that makes it special. Then there was Monte Carlo. My wrist continued to hurt, and even after the tournament, I had my minds of stopping tennis. It's just because of frustration.
I knew Andre Medvedev very well. I knew his game very well. You know, he was also having a resurgence. He was thinking about quitting tennis 2 months earlier.
We met in Monte Carlo after I lost to Ivan Ljubicic, and I told him that I'm thinking of quitting tennis because my wrist hurt. And he explained me his methodics. He said, you have to play 1 hour, but 100%. You don't even drink water. You don't even come to the chair. You just hit the balls as hard as you can for 1 hour. He said, and he told me, believe me, it's tough.
I remember coaching him. We were out at dinner one night, and I was telling him, listen, man, this is what you do well. This is what you got to stick to.
And then we met again in Paris. And after every match, it's accident also. It's by luck or by some kind of fate that he saw me. After Pete, he was like this. After Di Pasquale, after all the matches, he was saying, congratulations, well done. Because he was, in a way, he's responsible for me, in a way, responsible. And also giving me the new light and the new breath of the way to practice, which was very important, you know, for me, I must admit. I wish I played the Grand Slam finals before to knew what to expect. I remember that I did the routine stuff, dinner in the same restaurant, same food, but I think the deep inside, not the actual mind, but the other mind that was saying that you were about to face something difficult tomorrow, and I couldn't fall asleep till 5.
I went into the match very nervous. The night before, very nervous. And the nerves made me come out very slow. The ball looked fast. I wasn't moving very much. Everything was happening so quick.
I woke up at 6, did the routine as usual, but for the first time in my life it was difficult to tie the shoes. I felt that my hands are a little bit not normal. Everything went away from the first shot in the warm-up, but I admit that this kind of fear, I would call it, because it's a cold sweating, and very tight. And like I said, I wanted to play at least normal so people see the show. The game, good game.
He was a difficult opponent on clay, especially if it was heavy, especially if it was wet or if it was raining. Big, strong guy, about 6'5", and he had a big serve. He had a great backhand, and he could just lean on backhands. And his forehand, when he was confident, he also could control this ball very well, and he moved good for a big guy. They said I was favored going in, but I knew that he was better than probably people realize.
Perfect tactic for 2 sets. I just didn't give him any pace. It was not so difficult that day because it was slightly windy. I knew that if I go hitting with him, most likely I would lose, and it was easy.
Medvedev.
I was not afraid of Agassi as an opponent. I would say I would be more concerned about playing Bruguera or Kuerten or Correia or any Spanish guys in the final, because I knew I would have to hit more shots, and here I knew I had to be smart, and I was smart for two and a half sets.
I was not moving, not playing well, and the rains came and it stopped the match, and I got a chance to gather myself, talk to my coach, and I kind of really settled down. It was 4-all in the third set. I'm down 2 sets to love. I'm serving 30-15. I double fault. 30-all. I double fault again. 30-40. I miss a first serve. So maybe I'm going to double fault 3 in a row, and I hit an aggressive second serve. And, he hits the return short. I pick area of the court to hit the ball. He guesses right. And I come to net, and he hits the ball at my feet. And I hit a volley that landed on the baseline, and I could have missed it so easy. And when I hit this volley, I got back to deuce. I won the game, and I switched sides, and I just remember thinking at 5-4, in the third set, I said, if I just play 4 good points, I'm going to win the third set. If I play 4 good points right now. And I did. I played 4 great points. I won the third set. And I think I got very relaxed at that point. And I kept getting better and better and better as the match went on after that.
Coming closer to the end, I wanted to take it. Somehow I felt that Agassi was making a lot of unforced errors, and the only thing that I was thinking is I have to do it myself. Don't wait for his mistake. Of course, now I realize that it was stupid, but I wanted to play good, and that was a tactical mistake. When we started to play the 5th set, I remember specifically they were saying, go back to the first tactic, go back to make him play. And I was trying to put him back again, to push him from the baseline by playing the high shots. And he was taking everything early, he got his rhythm, there was no more unforced errors, there was no more free points for me, I had to fight for every point, and I think his experience of being in the finals before played some kind of role, that he could complete his shots with more sort of confidence or sort of aggressiveness that was needed in the 5th set.
told myself to go back to the guy's weakest point. So I served his forehand, which was the right thing to do. He hit the ball short in the court, and I just panicked, and I came in, and I got away with it. Next point, for some reason, emotionally, I changed my game plan, but last second I decided to hit a serve to his backhand, and he hit up the line for a cold winner almost, and it was 15-all, and so then I slapped myself and said, don't hit it to his backhand. I served his forehand and he missed it. 30-15, I served his forehand and he missed it. 40-15, match point, I served his forehand and he missed it. You know, when it left this racket, I knew it was going out, probably before anyone except him. So I was probably the second person to know I just won the French Open.
Of course I know his story, and I know that he wants this Roland Garros. He needs it, you know, so I'm happy for him.
I gotta say, it was you know, the best moment I've ever had on a tennis court, you know, as far as an accomplishment goes. And the feeling was me living the rest of my life, truly believing I wouldn't have another regret as it relates to my career.